In the beginning of 2023, I went to Istanbul for the first time and took one of the coolest city tours I've ever done. Let's check out how to get there for only 30,000 Bilt Points. Hey everybody, my name is Richard, Bilt's resident travel expert. Welcome to another episode of On Point, where I show you how to maximize Bilt rewards for travel around the world. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Today's episode is all about travel to Istanbul, and with that, let's jump right in. Okay, as always, we're going to start with flights, and per usual, I like to book my trips as one-ways when we're using points. If you want to know why that is, check out some of our earlier episodes where I explained to you all about booking one-way versus round trip. We're going to start with our partners at Turkish Airlines. You're going to see me looking at my computer. You're going to see a screen recording of everything that I see. Turkish Airlines, a one-to-one transfer partner of Bilt Rewards. You do have to be logged into your account here on the homepage, and I'm going to click Award Ticket, buy a ticket with miles. Turkish has some really attractive award rates to get you from the United States to Istanbul on non-stop flights. I'm going to start with JFK, New York. They have 3 daily flights to Istanbul. I'm going to plan a late winter trip in February. As far as I understand it, never a wrong time to go. I went in January and had an absolutely wonderful time. It was a little cloudy and a little rainy, otherwise absolutely fantastic. I select my date. I select business class because I like to fly a little bit bougie, and I want to show you how amazing these rates are to fly business class from the US to Istanbul. Okay, here on the results page, you're going to see economy class on the left, business class on the right. You'll see 30,000 miles to fly nonstop from JFK to Istanbul in economy, but only 45,000 Turkish miles to fly from JFK to Istanbul nonstop in business class. You'll see the 3 flights down here. The first 2 do not have any availability, but the last one does. This is the flight leaving at just after 11, getting into Istanbul at 5:30. We select that flight, gives me all the details. I see the Boeing 777, amazing onboard product with Turkish. They even have onboard chefs that will cook meals a little bit to your liking. So I would select the flight, enter my information, enter your payment processing, and that is really it. If you're looking for another option, we have our partners over at United, and you can fly out of Newark. So we populate Newark to Istanbul. Let's look at that same time frame at the winter trip in February and find flights. Results load really fast. You see a week's worth of availability at the top, 43,900 miles one way to fly in economy. And you're thinking, hey Richard, it was only 45,000 miles to fly Turkish business class. Shouldn't I do that? Yes, you absolutely should. Just want to show you a few different options here. Remember, you can always click that 30-day calendar button, pull up an entire month's worth of availability, and you see pretty much every single day here for the entire month of February. It is 43,900 miles. So you've booked your nonstop flight from the US to Istanbul. Now you're there in one of the coolest cities. Walking tour I took started at 9 o'clock in the morning, went till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We saw the old city, we saw the new city, amazing restaurants. You walk down Istiklal Street from the main square. An amazing experience I had. You have to check it out. And with that, where are you going to stay? So we're going to go over to our partners over at Hyatt. Hyatt has a few amazing properties here on the World of Hyatt homepage. Istanbul populated February 2nd to the 3rd, take off on February 1st, land February 2nd. So you want to book that hotel room for February 2nd. All important use points button selected. And here we have the Grand Hyatt and the Park Hyatt are the 2 most popular and 2 most centrally located properties in Istanbul. You can see here on the map that they do have a few partner properties that are a little bit outside of the city. There's some business districts. There's the old airport. It makes sense to stay there if you're there on business. But if you're there just to experience the city, you want to take a look at the Grand Hyatt, starting at only 12,000 Hyatt points per night, or the Park Hyatt. Now these are walking distance from Taksim Square. They're a little bit away from the old city, but public transportation, the subway, the streetcar, you can easily get around anywhere you need to. Remember one thing here at the Hyatt website, you do need to click in and view the rates, and you'll see here at the Grand Hyatt, you starting 12,000 points, you have a few different room options. If you want to pay a few more 1,000 points and you don't have status, but you want club access, you can pay 17,000 points per night to get Regency Club access. Our last option to take a look at is IHG Hotels and Resorts. Here on the IHG homepage, I've got Istanbul, Turkey, same dates of February 2nd to the 3rd. Remember, we want reward nights. Select reward nights here on the IHG homepage. We click search. Tons of IHG properties in the city. And the great thing about IHG is if you want to stay in the middle of the old city, you've got the Holiday Inn Istanbul Old City, you've got the Crown Plaza Old City. This is like you walk out the door and you see Hagia Sophia right there. You have to go in these places, and these hotels are right across the street from it. Starts at only 19,000 points per night. One of my favorite things to do here is click the map view so we can see the entire city of Istanbul. Let's zoom in, quick geography lesson. You've got the river that separates Asia and Europe here. You have the old city down here with our Hyatt Istanbul Old City, and you have the Crown Plaza. If you want to look for luxury, the Intercontinental Istanbul is apparently absolutely fantastic. My boss stayed there on a trip in early 2023, had wonderful things to say about it. That's over in the main tourist district in the new city. Whichever way you want to go, there is not a wrong way to do Istanbul, and you're going to have a fantastic stay. And you can do it right in the middle of the Old City, starting at only 19,000 Bilt Points per night if you do the Holiday Inn Istanbul Old City. Hopefully you've got your non-stop flight for only 30,000 Bilt Points, a hotel at the Grand Hyatt starting at only 12,000 Bilt Points, and you can build your experience from there in one of the most fun cities I've ever visited. That's all I've got for you today. If you enjoy the history of Istanbul and want to see another ancient place in Europe, you can check out our episode on Greece. Make sure you leave any questions in the comments below. Hit that like button, and with that, I'll see you out there.